for tuning into TTV. I'm your host, Toya, and today is Beautiful Sunday, which means I am here to commune with you. And today, as you can see with all these fruits and vegetables, we're going to go over the nutrient kind of to support what was done on Tuesday. So Tuesday, I broke down why your fruits and vegetables are so important, what you get out of the fruits and vegetables. When I talk about it and I tell you the general things, like you're automatically going to get vitamins and minerals and antioxidants and fiber. Well, Tuesday I broke down what it is. Today I'm going to go down a little further and give you some of the information as far as your fresh, frozen, and freeze dried, okay? Or regular dried. So we're going to kind of break it down. Now, we all know that your fresh fruits and vegetables, they are very good for you. You need to consume them in a raw form from time to time, which is why salads and smoothies and are so good for you, because they keep the fruit or the vegetables in their whole form and allow you to get everything out of it. So that's why they're so important to have your fresh fruits, your fresh vegetables, and even for seasoning and stuff like that. Even in your salad, you know, it works. Like I have a simple dressing that I've shared with you guys before, where it's just lemon juice, some garlic, a little oil, some herbs, and that's my dressing. Okay, and it's a beautiful dressing. I love it. So when you get your fresh fruits and vegetables, they are packed with nutrients, they are packed with the fiber, they are packed with the antioxidants, everything that you need, okay? Especially when it's in the raw form. And it's good to get your raw fruits and vegetables in as well. To not cook everything, basically, okay? You don't want to cook every single thing. You want to make sure you get some raw stuff in there as well. And even with the seeds. Then we go into dried stuff, okay? So like your dried raisins, okay? So we got some dried golden raisins. You got figs. We have dried coconut, beans. Those are just your dried fruits and vegetables. They maintain their nutrients as well. So they're going to have a lot of nutrients, and the thing is about them is a lot of times they're dried right at the peak of harvest, okay? And then they take them and dry them. So sometimes it can change the components, you know, like if you take the figs or the prunes and how they end up with more fiber in them to help you, you know, wash stuff out, help you with your digestion, than it would if it was just the actual fruit itself. So in some cases you can get more benefit out of it when it's dry, okay? Then we have stuff that's blended up, like peanut butter, or in this case sunflower butter, which is basically just sunflowers blended up, okay? And you end up with this butter. I think that's all that's in here. Ingredients is flour. Yeah, they put some sugar in here, but yeah, so sunflower butter. This is the same thing as just having it as whole, because it's not cooked, okay? So these two are basically the same. It's just that you can consume more. Like a handful of this is going to be less than a tablespoon of this. So I can get more of this inside than eating it, digesting it, than I would getting it raw. So I'll get more out of the butter than I will the raw, and that's where it comes in handy. And then some stuff is just easier to consume that way, you know. Some people don't like the crunch and the skin that's on the peanuts, but they'll eat peanut butter because they love the taste of it. So there's different ways to get it. Same thing with coconut. Fresh coconut is a handful to deal with. You don't always want to deal with it, so getting some dried coconut is just as good as having the regular coconut. Then we get into our fruits and vegetables. Okay, so this is in the raw, you know. So you can juice this, eat it like this, make a salad out of it. I got some dandelion here. I got some, romaine lettuce. Like all of this is good to have in the raw. As well as you can cook the dandelion and you can cook the kale. They say you can cook the romaine. I never did. But make a salad. Just make a salad. Get it in raw. Then we have the frozen stuff. Now, got some frozen fruit. These are some peaches I froze. These are some strawberries I froze. And the thing about the frozen is in most cases, your frozen fruit is going to be more potent than your fresh. And the reason is that most fruit, outside of what I just did myself, because, it'll be about the same as this stuff, because I bought it at the grocery store. But most fruits and vegetables, what happen is that as soon as it's picked, it's frozen. Okay, so it retains more of the nutrients because of the fact it hasn't sat around. So it hasn't been out and sat out like, these berries or, the rest of the fruits and vegetables. So right when they were picked, they were processed for freezing. Okay, they were cut up, done whatever they need to do, clean, cut up, and frozen. And so frozen tends to have more nutrients in it, and in some cases be better for you than the fresh stuff, because of the fact that it was packed at the peak of the season. Then there's the new stuff. Well, new to me. I don't know how long freeze dried has been around, but you have freeze dried products. Okay, this is a freeze dried mango. Okay, let me open this so you can see. So freeze dried, and this is what it looks like. It ends up being like kind of puffy and very crisp. Like, I don't know if you can hear that. You hear? You see how that easily I broke? And they have an airier taste to it. But this is just straight mango, nothing else. It ends up tasting almost like a cereal when you freeze dry it. And the process of freeze drying, it basically means that they froze it, they picked it, they froze it, and then they dehydrated it while it was frozen. That's what freeze dried is. And so they're able to take out all the moisture out of it, and it's said to still contain about 90% of the nutrients in it. Okay, so it loses about 10%. So if they tell you 10, it's probably more like maybe 10, 15, maybe even closer to 20% of its nutrients when it goes through the process of freeze dry. So frozen is probably the most nutrients, where it keeps the most nutrients, because it's frozen right after they picked it. Then you have your freeze dried. So these two are probably about the same. Then you have your fresh, and you have your dried, and then you have the stuff that's been blended, so it's more preserved. But that's basically the difference between all of these. Now, when it comes to whether to juice or to have a smoothie or to eat it raw in a salad, that's what we're about to talk about next. So, which one is best? So, as I told you guys on Tuesday, fiber. Okay, all your fruits and vegetables, like everything here, has fiber in it. Okay, every last one of these have fiber in it. You have soluble fiber, which is fiber that breaks down in water and dissolves. And then you have insoluble fiber, which doesn't break down at all. It's basically roughage. And so all of this stuff that I have on this counter has both soluble and insoluble fiber in it, okay? And it's very important when it comes down to your gut health, okay? Your gut health. So when you juice, you are removing the fiber. Because what you're doing is you're just taking all the liquid, all the water and the juice out of whatever it is that you're juicing, and you're discarding the fiber. Okay, so juicing can be good for a very enriched and power-packed, nutrient-rich juice, okay, drink that you can get to really absorb a lot of the nutrients really quick. But the problem with it is that you lose the fiber. Okay, now I juice. I'm not gonna lie to you, I juice. And I enjoy it. I even use the juicing when I do cleanses. Most of the best cleanse to me was the master cleanse, which is the lemons, maple syrup, cayenne pepper, and distilled water, which I did a video on that, so you can check that out. But as far as that goes, I juice. I do. I also do smoothies, and I try to do smoothies every day. Some days I skip, but for the most part, I get a smoothie in every single day. And I try to make sure I have some kind of green in it, as well as my fruit. And that's usually the frozen fruit that I use for that. My fresh fruit I try to leave in my refrigerator for my yogurt. And then the frozen stuff is what I have in my smoothies, okay? So I do that combination. So when you have the smoothie, you're basically blending up everything to a drinkable consistency. Okay, so you may add water to it. You may add yogurt to it. You may add juice to it. If you do add juice to it, just be careful about the amount of juice you're adding, because it's pretty much just pure sugar. Okay, that's really all you're doing, is just adding sugar. So be careful with that. But when you do a smoothie, you're consuming everything. Like my green drink is a smoothie where I use the lettuce and the dandelion leaf. Okay, I use some romaine, dandelion leaf, and lemon. Okay, so when I do that drink, I am getting all of this romaine. I'm eating all of this dandelion. All of it is going in. I'm consuming every last bit of it. So I'm getting the nutrients and I'm getting the fiber. Nothing is getting missed. Okay, there's a lemon drink you can do where you blend up. You take a couple of lemons, and you blend it up with 4 cups of water and just a little dash. I wouldn't even say a teaspoon, maybe a quarter of a teaspoon of olive oil, and it really just helps keep everything together. But you can drink it. I call it lemon milk, and it's very refreshing. And you end up with the benefits of all of the lemon. So you get the peel as well as the meat of it. So you're getting the fiber out of it. You're getting everything out of this lemon. Okay, so you get the fiber, the minerals, the vitamins, everything out of this in a drink. And I call it, like I said, a lemon milk because that's what it ends up looking like. But again, you're using all of it. Let's see, what else do people do? Cook with it. Now, when you cook your foods, you are killing off some of the nutrients in it. You're killing off some of it. You still maintain a lot, but you're killing a lot of the nutrient enzymes that you have in it. Now, there are some fruits and vegetables that actually do better when you cook them, that you get more out of it when you cook them. For example, carrots. Carrots have more benefits cooked than they do when they're not cooked, okay? So raw carrots have less nutrients in it than the cooked carrots. And don't get me into the science of that because I don't know. Just go look it up yourself because it's an interesting fact. And how it works, I have no idea. Like, I don't, it's something about the heat of it bringing out more of something. But anyway, like I said, carrots actually have more nutrients in them when they're cooked than when they're raw. Okay, and in some cases you do have that. But either way it goes, whether you're doing it cooked, raw, or juicing, you're going to get plenty of nutrients. You're going to get your vitamins, minerals. If you're not juicing and you're drinking it, you're going to get all your fiber. You're going to get, what else? Antioxidants, like all of that good stuff. So it's going to help you with regulating your weight, regulating your blood pressure, regulating your blood sugar levels, your digestion, keeping your kidneys healthy. Like, lemons are one of the best things you can do for your kidneys. Lemon, okay? Artichoke is one of the best things you can do for your liver. Cayenne pepper is one of the best things you can do for most of the organs in your body. Cayenne pepper, okay? So there are just certain things that you're just going to get from this. And antioxidants, this is where your antioxidants are coming from. So if you're not eating any fruits or vegetables, guess what? You're not getting very many antioxidants at all, okay? You may get, like, what? I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 5% of your antioxidants that you need for your body to survive if you're not getting this. So if you're not eating any of this, you're not getting antioxidants. And antioxidants are what help prevent cancer. They're what help repair the cellular damage. They're what help your immune system. Like, your antioxidants, you need them. They get the free radicals out of your body. Your free radicals are what causes a lot of damage in the body. And so your antioxidants help get them out. So if you don't consume any of this, you're not getting any of that. You're going to have all that stuff sitting in there. Your digestion is going to be sitting with toxins and things that can't move because you don't have the necessary fiber to get it out. And a lot of times when you see people with them nasty attitudes and really bad attitudes, yeah, they probably not eating enough of this, okay? And and they got, their bowels backed up and it's just sitting there. And because it's sitting there, it comes up with this nasty chemical process in their body and it goes to their attitude. I didn't mention canned. So canned food, there are some things that I do consume that come out of the can because you just can't help it. Like jackfruit, banana blossoms. Those are things that come in a can. Hearts of palm, they come in a can. I can't help that. Do they still have nutrients? Yes. Yes, they do. And especially if they're lined, they have that BP, whatever lining in it to prevent that from happening, then yes, it can actually sometimes be okay for you to eat and consume. But it will not have the nutrient content as this stuff here, okay? It's not that it's horrible for you. It's just not going to have the nutrient content as this. I was looking at a study where they were talking about the vibration caused by fruits and vegetables or things that are alive, okay? And when it came down to the canned goods, they had zero vibration, zero frequency. So you want to be careful with that. I'm not going to tell you not to eat it because you have to make your own decisions for yourself. You're grown, so make your own choices and your own decisions. Me, I don't really do the fruits and vegetables in a can. I don't. I eat it fresh, frozen, dried, but I don't really eat it in a can. There are some exceptions, like I said, like my jackfruit, banana blossoms, hearts of palm, even tomato sauce, diced tomatoes. I'll even do those, but I try to make sure they're, what is it, BPH? Lime, let me see. Oh, coconut milk. I do some of that sometimes. But when I can, I make sure it doesn't have that lining in it. I'm trying to look. I don't have too many cans in here to look at. Oh, here it is. Yeah. I figure Aldi would have it. But it says right here where it says non-PA. Non-PA. You know, that's the lining that they use. Okay. I thought it was a BPH one too. Or I think it's BPH. Yeah, see, like this is jackfruit that I got from Whole Foods. It doesn't say it on here. But, you know, so this kind of stuff I will consume, I will have. I prefer fresh, but trying to find young jackfruit fresh is next to impossible. I haven't found it yet. So if you found it and you know where it is, let me know if you're in the Metro Detroit area. Otherwise, I have to get the can. If I wanted the fruit part where it's nice and sweet, then yes, I can find that fresh. But I can't find a young jackfruit fresh. And then banana blossoms, for what I do for them, don't work fresh. They only work for it in a can, but it's not something I consume on a regular basis. So, just be more educated, more informed, understand what it is that you're eating and the choices that you're making. The frozen and the fresh is the best. Dried is really good as well. But just really, at the end of the day, just get it in. I don't care if you're juicing. I don't care if you're using a smoothie. I don't care how you're doing it. Eating it raw, just get it in. Really. And even if you juice, you can take those fibers and put them in something else. You can make the stock out of it. You can put it in a smoothie depending on what it is that you blend in or juicing. You can do things with it. I've tried making crackers out of it before. I've taken a pulp out of the fruit and blended it up, from the juice, like the leftover from the fruit that I was doing, and threw it in the dehydrator and made like a fruit roll-up out of it. Okay, that's the texture it ends up being. So there are things that you can do with the fibers after you juice, so you keep that in mind as well and try to figure out. YouTube has a whole bunch of videos on that, so look into that part so that you can get that part of it as well. So not only are you juicing, but you're going back and using the fiber as well. But either way it goes, just get it in. More fruits and vegetables are better for you because, like I said, antioxidants, this is how you getting it. So when COVID first hit and everybody running out to the grocery store getting all that stuff that's on the shelves and the processed foods and stuff that's been chemicalized, you're not getting that. But the fresh fruits and vegetables, that's what's actually going to keep you from getting sick. That's what's going to keep your antioxidants in your body so that they can fight off the things that are going to make you sick. That's the way that's going to get you your vitamin C. That's going to help boost your immune system. That's going to basically, your vitamins, minerals, nutrients, all of that is in this stuff right here. Okay? So if you can get more of this in, I guarantee you'll feel better. You'll start to feel better. Less of the processed stuff, less of the rest of the stuff, less of the meat and the dairy and eggs and stuff, and more of this. I'm not telling you to be vegan. I'm not telling you to do anything, to stop doing anything. Okay, that's your choice, your life. You do what you feel that you do. All I'm saying is that you will benefit greatly by including more fruits and vegetables. Even if it's dry, blended in a butter, freeze dried, whatever the case is, you're going to get a lot more nutrients in your body doing this, and you're going to feel better doing this. Okay? So get your fruits and veggies in like your mama told you when you was a kid. I love you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.